My dear child, I know you hate your sin. You told yourself this would be the last time. You prayed. You meant it. But here you are again, falling into the same sin. And the worst part? You don't even want it anymore. So why do you keep doing it? If you've ever hated yourself for repeating the same mistake, don't skip this video, because what you're experiencing is not just weakness, it's something deeper, and because what I say next could change your life forever. My beloved child, I see you in those moments when you fall again, even though you truly wanted to change. You prayed, you tried, you promised yourself you wouldn't do it again, but then it happens, and you are left sitting in silence with your disappointment. I know that feeling within you. It is no longer joy in sin, but still being pulled back into a familiar cycle. And after every fall, you don't just feel sadness, you feel heavier inside. And then you begin to ask, do I still belong to you? Why can't I change? But my child, listen to me. If there were no life left in you at all, you would no longer feel this pain. The fact that you hurt means your heart is still responding, still fighting, still hearing my voice. Even if only faintly, I am not far from you in those moments. I am still here, even when you feel like you are repeating the same mistake again. If you believe in me, please leave me a simple message below the video. I believe in God. My beloved child, I want you to look again at what you call failure in your life. You think it is proof that you are weak, but I tell you, it is not the full story. What is happening inside you is not just a battle between good and evil as you think. It is something deeper, a struggle between the old life you used to live and the new life I am forming within you. It is written that we do not do what we want to do, but instead do what we hate. This is not written to condemn you, but to show you that you are not alone in this struggle. You are not broken. You are being transformed. If you truly belong to darkness, you would no longer feel pain when you fall, but you do feel it. You struggle. You are no longer at peace in sin. That is not regression, that is awakening. You are not only fighting behavior, you are in a spiritual battle where two forces are pulling at your heart every day. And I am still in that battle with you. But I want to ask you something. If you feel this too, would you dare to write, "I am still fighting," in the comments? Not to prove anything, but so I may know you are still here. And you are not alone, my beloved child. I want you to understand more clearly what is happening within you, instead of feeling confused and blaming yourself. Inside you, there is not just one feeling, but two directions pulling against each other every day. One part of you longs for peace, wants to live rightly, and wants freedom from the old cycle. But another part of you is used to old habits, easy choices, and moments where you once found temporary comfort. These two parts are not in agreement. They are in conflict. And that is why you feel tired. Not because you are weak, but because you are in the middle of a real struggle. I call this the battle between the flesh and the spirit. And do you know what matters most? It is not whether you are being pulled, but whether you are aware of what is pulling you. If you did not care about what is right, you would not feel this inner tension. That very struggle is proof that you are still hearing my voice. So I want to ask you, in this moment, which direction do you feel yourself being pulled toward more? Share just one word in the comments. My child, after every time you fall, I know the first voice you hear is not mine. It is the voice of condemnation in your mind. It tells you, this time is too far. If you truly belonged to him, you wouldn't be like this. And slowly, you begin to avoid me. Not because you don't want to return, but because you feel unworthy to return. But, my child, listen to me very clearly in this moment. I do not change because of your failures. I do not step away when you fall. I do not turn away when you repeat the same mistake again, because if my love only existed when you did everything right, then it would no longer be grace. You do not come to me because you are perfect. You come to me because you need healing. Remember this. My forgiveness is not based on how many times you have fallen, but on whether you are willing to come back. And every time you return, even trembling, even ashamed, I do not see failure. I see a child who is still fighting not to let go of me. So today, if you are still here, say something simple in the comments. I come back, not to prove anything, but to remind your own heart, I am still here, and I have never left you. My beloved child, I know there are days when you feel like you are standing still, even though inside you are exhausted from trying. You look back and think nothing has changed, that everything keeps repeating itself, and you begin to wonder if this journey even has meaning. But I want you to understand something deeper. True change does not come like an explosion. It does not appear in a single, perfect moment that you can immediately recognize. It grows quietly in the things that seem small and unimportant to you. When you fall, but still come back. When you feel nothing, but still pray. When you fail again, but still do not fully give up. That is where I am working within you. Not in the perfection you are trying to reach, but in the persistence you still hold on to, even when you cannot see results. So if today you feel stuck, do not rush to believe that everything has stopped. Do not call delay failure, because there are things I am building within you that require time to grow. And sometimes the clearest sign that I am still working in you is not that you have won, but that you have not stopped fighting. Because if you are still returning, still seeking me, still not completely walking away, then I want you to know this very clearly. My beloved child, I have never stopped being with you, and your story is still being written.